All right, hey, what's going on, guys? So on today's repair, what we have is a Samsung A50, and what I have is the actual charging port. Let me put that in camera. Um, Customer bought this one, or sorry, customer bought this one. This is the original one, but they couldn't find it. So what we're gonna attempt to do is remove this port right here, right there, and put it in the place of this one, which is all which is all torn up. You can see. I might give you a better picture underneath the microscope. Let's go underneath here so you guys can see the damage. Let's go. First, we got to get this set up, though. And here we go. So let's look underneath here. See if I get you guys in. And that's the port right there. Not sure if I can get a better picture. On my side, it's very clear. On you guys' side, I mean, you can see some of the damage that's done. It's pretty bad. So let's go ahead and let's move on. So the first thing I did was, there's usually some glue here, so I went ahead and I cleared it all away. That was the first part to make sure that I'd done. I'm just gonna put some flux and some solder on these joints, and then we'll see what happens from there, how we can get this out. I do have a way that I plan on doing it, and I've been doing these ports or these kind of exchanges this way recently, and it works out pretty good. It takes a lot less time and the job gets done very clean, I have to say. So let's go ahead and let's get our solder wire, let's get our soldering iron, and let's just thin these all over again. There we go, nice and thin. Do the same thing over here on that one and on that one. And then all these back pins right here, I'm just gonna kind of drag my iron all across them like that. And that should do it for those, okay? So I'm gonna take it off of here. And you know what, while we have the iron on and it's hot, let's do the same thing to this one. And that way we have both of them all set and ready to go when it's time for me to put the new component on. So you guys actually, yeah, it'll work out better this way, because you guys will get to see how I take this port off, which is proving to be I think I got maybe some flux that's stuck in between here, so I'm trying to clean it up a little bit. Either way, let's move forward and see where we can connect. How we're going to get this board to stay in this holder. And that looks right. It's just going to take a little bit more heat. Okay. I guess that will have to work because I can't do anything else. So let's go ahead and turn on our hot air. Let's get this underneath the camera so you guys can see that. And see, my picture is different, so trying to get it the way I'm seeing it, which is like that. Yep, that's how I'm looking at it. But I think we need to adjust this. All right. That looks like the best I can do. I can't get it any clearer than that. And I think it also has to do with, you know, what I'm recording it in. that's the best I can do for now. But either way, let's continue on with this repair. I don't want to drag it out too long because it just won't fit in my timeline of what I'm trying to do. So I'm gonna come in here with some heat, and this is not working out well because the board holder is not really doing its job. It's not holding the board. All right, so let's kind of fix this because that's not gonna work at all. That's just gonna be a pain to deal with, and impossible, very possible that I knock components off because of that. So I'm not gonna play around with that because I don't want to have to deal with that. Components being knocked off and have to put them back, and maybe have to use the other one in order to get some of these components. I don't want to have to do that today. I mean, I don't know if any one of you guys are in this business and, you know, see what's going on right now with all the companies and this whole COVID and everything like that. But kind of getting, you know, annoying, and at the same time it sucks. You know, because Apple now has, I mean, I guess this is what Apple's doing is similar to what Samsung did when they changed over screens. I mean, before the S, you know, Samsung Galaxy S3, S4, you know, even some S5s. I mean, screen change and replacement was nice and easy. And then out of nowhere, Samsung decides to switch it up on us. And, you know, at least where I'm at, my business, I took a loss on that because I wasn't able to fix Samsung phones the same way anymore. And on top of that, just more franchise opened up. So that really took away from us. And I feel like it's happening all over again with Apple and everything that they're doing. Right? Samsung done it. Apple's doing it. I mean, Samsung didn't do it the way Apple did it. And I understand, you know, some of the reason why they're doing the things that they're doing, because I mean, literally, people walking around with a computer in their hand with, not me, but most people have most of their, you know, their life on those devices nowadays. So I guess they really don't want anybody in there messing around with their stuff or whatever it is. You know, it is what it is. Just saying, you know, business in general is going to take losses, lots of losses. All right, so what I did was I got my iPhone, I think this is 7, 8, you know, all of those phones, warmer, where it just kind of heats up the board if you want to remove like a shield or anything like that. I'm using that right now as a way to heat up the charging port and remove it safely without adding any extra heat to it. So I'm able to just kind of clamp this on there and just let it heat up a little bit. And maybe I moved the clamps. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so I don't know what I did with it. Or with them. There's 2 of them. And I can't find none of them right now. Regardless, we're getting up to temp. I could clamp it down with a plastic clamp. I'm not going to do that either. Next time I'll just kind of put those underneath here once I find them. But we'll continue on with what we're doing. Fine. It'll work out. Okay, and I'm just going to check it to see if I see anything boiling or looks like it's melting, or let's check these. We will see if it melts. Starts melting, then we can just kind of lift the port out. I don't know from where. Guess we can turn it around this way. That way I can kind of get inside here. Just like that, we can get inside here. We can lift the port out from the front right here. Stick my tweezer in, and I'll just peel that back. Still getting up to temp. Let's crank it up. 250. I think before it hits that, it should actually just kind of peel out. We'll see. I want to make sure that this is not holding it in either while I'm taking it out. I was just checking it because I haven't seen the part, kind of bubble. I haven't even seen the solder or the flux, kind of melt away like normally does. Still, oh yeah, it's hot. Burned my finger. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could just crank it up and just melt it away, but I'm trying to take my time with it. If it takes too much time, then I will become impatient and I think this thing goes up to like maybe 400. Get more. Maybe that will help out a little bit, getting some more. Got more heat covering it. Oh, starting to see some bubbling right there. Starting to get a little soft here. Yeah, we can peel this thing. Okay. And there we go. We have harvested that port. Now, for this one, we can't do that. We can't. If we do that, we're gonna melt some stuff here. So, and this is something to look for on this back side right here. Look at that. This thing would be melted unless I just barely put this part right here on. Like, so tempting to do it, but we're not going to. Uploading tonight? Alright. You know. Alright, see you, bro. No problem. Alright. So we're back, guys, and we have that thing off. So let's go ahead and we're gonna remove this the old school way. And before I do that, I'm gonna protect right here. I don't want to melt this. Even though it's kind of far out the way, I just don't want to. So let's go ahead and let's take that off, and then we'll start the process of removing. Okay, just like that. Looks good. Don't really have any components to worry about. Okay. High temperature, fast, and safe. All right, we're up to temp. All right, so we pull some pads right here. Nope. Okay. Tore them up a little bit, but they're okay. Those pads are fine. Let's move forward with the cleaning. And you'll see those pads when I clean them. Yeah, maybe after I'm done, I'll just put the green glue on it. Put some fluxing up the whole thing. Come back with our iron and just clean up. Just like that. Hopefully we didn't mix up the ports. Like I said, I'm very unorganized, guys, so I mean, don't do as I do, just do as I say. Okay, those are all ground pads. Okay. All right, let's get the new port that we're going to be putting in place here, which is this one, and it looks nice. It's the one that we removed. Nothing damaged. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's put some flux down again. Definitely not going to need the green goo. I think this will be fine. Okay. Oh, look what we got here. Okay. I mean, we could just leave that there. It's not going to get in the way, but for the sake of being a professional, I was wondering what was going on with my iron. Just wasn't functioning right. It wasn't functioning like a welder. And it's still not. Okay. All right. Now we have a welder on it. There we go. There we go. It was just taking too long, you know. This is my favorite iron to use whenever I'm doing any kind of repair. So whenever it's not working right, I can immediately tell, because this is, you know, this is it. To me, at least. You know, and trust me, there's a lot of good irons out there. The Hakko, I looked into the Hakko before I got this welder. Was gonna get a Hakko, and I decided, nah, I'm gonna, you know, stick with the welder. There was some good reviews and some that weren't so good. Whoa, whoa. I didn't even see when that got bent up like that. I did not see that. When did that happen, guys? When did this happen? Yeah, I did not see when that happened. And there we go. Okay. All right. And I really did not see that happen. That just blew my mind right there. Just watching, you know, just and then one side isn't all the way down. That's what it looks like. All right, let's. Whoa. Okay, that looks good. Now I want to check this other side and check that connector. That connector looks awesome. Doesn't look damaged at all. Okay, then we had that, and we had these two over here. They're still intact. Microphone is very important. Microphone doesn't look like it's been touched either. So let's go ahead and let's put some flux on here again, and we'll make these connect to the board. And then that will be it for this. Took longer than I thought, or than I wanted it to. I don't even know what that is, this little black. I think it's probably from the board. All right, let's get you guys on a different angle here. See if we got another. That's not really showing much. Nope, nothing at all for you guys to see there. So let's go back. Or we can do, yeah, there we go. Could have found a better way to run my soldering tips here. But all right, let's clean up a little bit so we can see what's going on here. That right there. So we're gonna just make that one, and then we'll stop all this bridging right here that's going on. Shouldn't be that bad. So let's I really thought that this was gonna be fast, and I guess I didn't pay much attention to the charging port and realizing that it's not gonna be easy. And it's not that it's hard, it's just tedious. Right? All right, let's look underneath here. Let's see what's going on. C1. Yeah, it just looks like two. Nope. Check them. Because they look like they're on the board. That one. That one. Not that. One. One. Two. So let's go ahead and put some more flux. Let's put a little bit solder on our iron. It's a very small amount. That small. Can't even hold this thing steady. All right, I gotta clean up and see what's going on here because I can't see nothing right now. And trust me, it's not because of anything but me. And it looks like we still have those two. All up here is good. But we still have three, maybe. Still have three. One, two. That one is good. One, two. All right, so it's when they're stuck like that. So let's get our soldering iron. Just I'm gonna grab any tool that I have. Oh. What do you guys think about those ones? Think that'll work? Do you guys think that'll work? After this, I have a Nintendo Switch. I think it's a Switch Lite. Not 100% sure. I won't be uploading that video, or I won't be going live. I might record it. Not that there's much to record, but might still go ahead and just record it. Just a charging port replacement. let's do something to this over here also. I don't like it. I didn't like the way it was curved a little bit. I mean, it's still a little bit curved, or bent a little bit, I should say. But either way, I think that will work. Let's get the phone and let's test it. All right, so here's the phone. And we have the port in place. I didn't even check it to see if there was any bridging or anything like that, but see if we get anything on the screen. I have it charging. Oh yeah, won't get anything on the screen because the screen is not connected. Well, let me put this. Put it in place properly. Oh, so that connector actually, now that I'm looking at it, I didn't take this apart. Like I said, this is for another shop. That connector is actually for the fingerprint reader. Okay. And we should see a battery. Let's see what it does after that. And then it stopped charging. Okay. Try it again. And there we go. We got boot. And something just happened and it quit. All right, so it's charging up. That's all it's doing. Okay. And I think that's it, guys. I really do. I mean, otherwise, from the fact that it might need some fine tuning, which is, oh, okay. There we go. Battery wasn't connected. There we go. It's charging up, guys. All right, guys. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. And I will see you guys.